Hey homies, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be starting a new series on this channel, and this will be reacting to real life horror. We're going to be watching a video today in regards to horrifying haunted houses, which take it just a bit too far. Now what I mean by that is, it's kind of like the Tower of London, for example. So it's these places that you go to have an experience. If you're an extreme horror fan, then this video is definitely for you. The creator of this video is Mr. Nightmare. I have linked them in the description. And also, if you enjoy my reaction, please consider subscribing and also liking the video to help with the algorithm. And without any further ado, let's go. Haunted houses, dude.
Is Dead of Night.
Okay.
Dead of Night was an attraction run by the Chamber of Horrors on Long Island, New York that closed in 2015.
How is this about, bro?
It was regarded as one of New York's most extreme haunted houses, and it had one of the most horrifying haunt openings many had ever seen.
My god, look at all that. It looks so real, dude.
Pre-recorded message saying, "We are here for your protection.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
You are safe. We are here
It went wrong.
for you and care for you.
You were taken.
Nothing is real.
Are you sure about that? It
Which
fucking looks real, dude.
by an air raid siren and men in gas suits who each grabbed an unsuspecting patron and dragged them into the attraction.
My god.
However, you'd be lucky if you were dragged in. Some people were zipped into body bags and some were thrown on
What?
their shoulders and carried in. The attraction opened with this very strong abduction scenario.
That is like really obscene. Like, I've been to the Tower of London where they have the same kind of attraction like this, and my god, that I thought that was bad, but bloody hell, this is taking it to another level. You know what I mean? I definitely ain't ever go in there if this is actually still going.
Then the focus shifted to humiliation, which included the smearing of strange substances on patrons' faces and even hitting people in the face with large and painfully heavy objects.
That's really bad. Health and safety or what, man?
But people to this day still hope to see it return.
Oh, it has closed.
In Chicago, Illinois,
Let's
there's a
say.
haunted house called Miasma, which is
Miasma, okay.
if not more extreme than Dead of Night. Miasma is restricted to those 18 and older.
How can you get more extreme than that first one at Dead of Night? Like, I'm not being funny, but that was like on a serious note level. That was like 100 out of 10. How creepy it is. I'm very surprised that if it reopened, I mean, really? Crazy stuff, dude. But let's see what this one's about. But if this is worse, I don't know what to expect. And I guess you guys don't know what to expect either. But
And patrons may only enter alone. Patrons will be restrained, blindfolded, smeared with
God.
endure heavy physical contact, and more. It's
What?
invite only, however, and patrons who receive an
I only.
describe the instructions in the email to be very vague but
You know what that reminds me of? This.
clear, and that was to not share the location of where they're going with anyone, to show up alone, and to not
How?
show up late. If the instructions were ever disregarded, the experience would end. All guests are
Oh my
asked
god, that looks like an alien.
details of the experience, making it harder to get many details about what goes on inside. But some patrons have described their experiences to involve physical pain, often leaving with claw marks on their skin, psychological torture,
frick?
emotional distress, and a lot of violence,
Why would you even go to it? I seriously,
forcing patrons to sometimes crawl through tight spaces.
I question people,
She
man.
at one point forgot she was in a haunted house and tapped out when it started to feel like she was genuinely in a life or death situation.
I mean, I literally feel like that just by watching this. I seriously question some people's sanity, dude, and just like their like mood and stuff. Like, I don't really understand why you would want to go to. I mean, this one here, invite only. Like, why would you want to go there? I mean, it sounds dodgy to me anyway. Like, in the aspect that like they're not telling you, you can't give any info, you can't say where you are, and you've got these claw marks and stuff. It's like my flipping cat like scratched my face, which to be fair has happened in the past. But like, it's just over the top. I seriously question again. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it a third and fourth time. But I seriously question people's lives, dude. Like, why would you do that? Why would you go? It's just weird, man. People are just very weird, aren't they? I guess that's just where it lies, right?
The location isn't even revealed to guests until 24 hours prior, and allegedly the location always changes.
Oh, okay.
Scarehouse, the basement.
Hey, we got the
Other
scare
than
house
the
now.
regular tamer attraction known as Scarehouse in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
used to lie what was known as the basement at Scarehouse, which was
Okay.
a much more intense, immersive, and interactive experience.
That's an actor. That's fucking creepy, dude. What the
Held
hell?
inside a nearly 100-year-old historic and apparently actually haunted building. It's been closed since COVID, but it's rumored to be returning soon.
Oh no.
You may enter in pairs or alone, though odds are not many people will be entering this place alone.
Okay.
The actors in this haunted house are incredibly convincing, and there's a lot of improvisation and dialogue.
I mean, just looking at there right now, you can tell it's
real-life
convincing.
horror movie. It's not possible to make it from start to end without coming into contact and having to deal with the actors stopping you and messing around with you. There's
Yeah, F that.
physical contact, sexual undertones,
Hmm?
electric shock, religious,
Oh my god.
very tight spaces, and much more. Like most attractions I'll talk about in this video, you must sign a waiver before entering. The basement
Well,
can get so
I mean, you've got to sign a waiver, because if you don't, then obviously it's health and safety, isn't it? But then again, you're getting hit by an electric shock. I wonder what voltage that is.
disturbing that the attraction appropriately has a safe word to yell out if a patron happens to feel violated or too uncomfortable.
Okay, that's not too bad. At least they've got that then. Whoa, okay. I mean, that's good though. At least they've got that, I guess, right?
Was an attraction located in North Conway, New Hampshire. The cult had been called the Ultimate in Terror, only for die-hard fans of true horror, for those who want the experience of real-life terror to test your fears.
I'm a try-hard horror
Hour-long
fan.
attraction, and patrons had to walk through alone.
That does mean I'd go to this though.
Loud. Going through it, you would encounter violent situations, and the actors would lay hands on you many times.
Oh yeah.
Nervous patrons meet a man before entering the attraction who asks if they have any problems with
Whoa.
heights, claustrophobia, eels, rats, bugs, needles, or being.
Do they have like real life animals there?
Most
Oh
of the
my God.
patrons were already nervous of what they were getting themselves into.
I would be.
Patrons were given a red card on a lanyard. If one decided the experience was too much, they would give up their safety pass and it would be over. During the experience, patrons would be asked to step into a chairlift that led to a dirt path, which would then lead to
God.
a cabin where they would meet a man who would shove them into a booth, yell at them,
Oh my
flood
god.
them with unknown liquids, throw a bag over their heads, and then carry them outside, where the simulated torture continued.
I hope those liquids aren't his piss.
It only got worse.
Imagine it.
Throughout the attraction, patrons would encounter live animals, for example, being forced to have snakes or cockroaches crawl on them.
Oh, fuck that.
For example, being forced to drink what the actors would claim as animal urine, extreme violence, and much more.
I'm gonna say it again. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, I get the whole situation. It's like it's cool to go to it, but it just seems like it's all. I mean, this is like, I think it's based on America mainly, but I've never heard of anything in the UK to be this severe. Like, it's just on another level, dude. Like, on another bloody level. Like, I just don't. It's strange. It is it. I think I would do the experience maybe once, but I don't know which ones out of these lot I would do. At the end of the video, what if you get to that point? I think what you should do is you should advise me which one that you would go to out of all of these. And even if you don't get that far, right now, which one would you go with out of the ones we've seen so far? Which one would you choose?
Has been closed since 2013.
Okay, it's quite wow, 9 years.
Blackout Haunted House was an attraction that had two locations, one in
Okay.
New York and one in California.
Mm.
It featured extreme violence, full frontal nudity, forced
Oh, hello. I'll go to the nudie.
contact, and patrons had to enter alone.
I get a seat.
Abducted in vans, waterboarded, and even rolled naked in a sheet of plastic and
Oh,
forced to
shit.
walk down a hallway.
If I can see a pair of titties, I'm totally down.
Seen with a perfectly tall figure and frail woman. And if I described the scene, this video would probably get age restricted. As a
Right.
patron would pass, the tall man would stand up, exposing his body, and then
My God.
make physical contact with the patron.
This is PP out then.
It relied on darkness, loud noises, violence, and sexual situations to terrify its customers.
Let's have a quick look at this. Okay, so the rules are no one under 18 admitted, and you must walk through alone. Okay, so the rules are you must walk alone. You must be over 18. Stay on the marked path at all times. You will be prompted to do certain actions. Please do exactly as you're told. This is for your safety. So they got the safety measures. Fair enough. I mean, you've got to nowadays. Otherwise, whoever's gone there could probably sue their ass off. There is absolutely no speaking aloud inside. You can, however, scream as loud as you like. Well, I'd love to do that, especially with my mindset. Do not ever touch the actors. Do not ever touch the walls. You must wear a protective mask and carry a flashlight at all times. We provide both these items for you. Please do not bring your own.
Customers.
Okay.
Until around 2015, it had been a solo-only experience. But starting in, I believe, 2016 or 2017, patrons were allowed to enter in groups.
Okay.
It seems Blackout hasn't been open for the past 2 seasons.
Really? Wow. Health and safety, maybe?
Inkling Brothers Victim Experience 3.
Aha, that is some
Attraction featuring extended submersion in water,
creepy clown.
electric shock, and extreme physical contact. The Victim Experience is extremely intense, and you must go through alone. One patron said he watched a camouflaged attacker appear out of nowhere, grab his colleague by the foot, then knock her down and drag her down a long hallway as she screamed. He was left alone in the darkness until the attacker came back for him and threw him over his shoulder.
Oh my, that clown's horrible,
They'll
dude.
experience electric shock at some point, as well as the feeling of near drowning as they're submerged underwater for extended periods of time.
Wow.
As the title of the attraction suggests, once you enter, you are a victim. You will experience pain and you will be tied up, and you may be carried and thrown. Freakling Brothers actually
Sounds like a bit of
every year.
BDSN, I'm gonna
Castle
say.
Empire, Circus of Horrors, and Gates of Hell. The
Odd.
Gates of Hell became one of the first haunted houses in the country to be R-rated due to graphic content and their requirement of patrons to be over 18 and sign a waiver.
Oh my god, look at that.
Experience
Pretty intense, dude.
Gates of Hell attraction, and it simulates what it would be believed to be like to die and actually go to hell.
Imagine.
Giving too much away. Victims are put in several scenes where they're touched, forced to get down on their knees, and subjected to things that anyone would find uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I would. I don't know about you guys and
The Raven's
watching,
Nest,
but
one of the lesser-known extreme haunted houses.
okay.
It's been closed since 2009.
You know what's funny? I've actually got a Raven tattoo. I will have to show you at some point, but yeah, I have a Raven tattoo. This one I think I want to go to, but this has been closed like it says since 2009. Okay, is there any reason behind it?
It had been closed after it was deemed as too extreme by the town.
Wow.
This
Okay.
nest featured actors who were paid to induce pain on the patrons, as well as
Oh my
other human
god, what the
beings with important.
fuck?
The owner, Mike McNair, would hire mostly larger and more intimidating actors who
What
would be
the
capable
hell,
of
dude?
picking up, tying, or shoving patrons. Visitors
Ugh.
would also be kicked to the floor and forced to do things like lick the ground, eat disgusting foods and liquids off the floor.
What
even
foods
have
and
actors
liquids
try to
though?
Reduce vomiting in the patrons.
Oh my god.
Also played with claustrophobia, having patrons crawl through air vents filled with real cockroaches and spiders, and
Shit.
constant tight and cramped rooms and pathways. There was no safe word, which
That looks like
was a
Outlast.
factor in the eventual
Game.
closing of the Raven's Nest. Many of you definitely have heard of this last one.
I
McKinney
haven't.
Manor.
Okay.
San Diego attraction, if it could even be called that, shouldn't even be in the same category as regular haunted house
Oh
attractions.
my god, look at that. It looks so real,
It
dude.
tops the list because it tends to use extreme scare tactics that are off limits to professional
It's
attractions.
like some like Saw shit, isn't it?
He said that what goes on in this place is safe. Participants are covered in blood, forced to eat disgusting things, threatened with power tools, stuffed in a
How?
clothes dryer, submerged in water for extended periods,
Oh man.
physically assaulted, and even given an unwanted haircut. Participants often
That is so extreme.
commonly their own, and so far nobody has made it through to the end. There used to be no safe word, and they would only pull the plug when medically necessary.
I can't believe that. I mean, that's really bad. There's no safe word. There's literally nothing. Like, it's literally go in there, you get effed up, and that's it. Yeah, I think, yeah, I would have not gone to this. Even if I had not known, I just, no. It just seems a bit too extreme. And it's just a little bit over the top, in my opinion.
This place plays with people's fears of claustrophobia, with tight spaces and corridors.
Oh, that even makes me...
Spiders, with restrained victims having up to or even more
Whoa.
tarantulas crawling over their
I don't like tarantulas, dude.
people's fears of
Not my thing.
clowns, and just about anything else you could think of. Perhaps one of the more shocking parts is that the experience can go on for up to 10 hours. Obviously,
10 hours.
as to why nobody's made it through to the end.
I couldn't even do an hour.
A long time the place didn't have a safe word, and Russ, the owner, only added one after he was told he legally needed to.
Why wouldn't you?
Safe word. Apparently the torture can go on for many people who repeatedly use the safe word.
That's so bad.
Basically useless. McKamey Manor also garnered a lot of criticism regarding the $20,000 cash prize that they promised to anyone who can make it through to the end,
I bet no one...
believing they simply wouldn't allow anyone to win because oftentimes the workers will decide for the patrons that they're done, even if
Yeah.
no one wants to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
McKamey Manor is self-described as a place for extreme horror lovers only, who wish to experience what true terror and gross-out torture
I thought I was extreme horror, but looking at that, maybe I'm not.
people who wish to experience it, as there's a waiting list of more than 20,000 people.
Oh.
Currently a Change.org petition to close down
Oh, wow.
Manor for good, with over 180,000 signatures.
I wonder if that's been hit by now.
People shun this place for claiming to be a haunted house attraction, when they believe it's simply a torture chamber under disguise.
Pretty much.
His 40-page waiver is also very questionable, and he apparently misspells the word liable multiple times to attempt to make certain points of the waiver void.
Yeah.
Whatever your thoughts on this place are, anyone would admit it's the definition of a horror attraction that takes it way too far.
If I'm not being funny, but it's more of a definition of fucking death. That's literally what it seems like. Like, how? Death. The fucking devil. The owner's the devil, blatantly. And I probably shouldn't say that too much, but it's true. He is effed up in the head, man. Effed up. I don't really understand it. Whatever you got to do, I guess, but ugh. Weird. So after watching that, it's definitely put me off going to any more haunted houses or places. I mean, luckily in the UK, that I'm aware of, we don't really have many that are that extreme, open or closed. And the only one that I've, like I said, I've been to is the Tower of London, which, when I look at this now, and I mean, watching that video, and then, you know, looking at what I went through, which was quite some time ago now, it just makes me wonder. It makes me wonder, like, I was scared of the Tower of London, but bear in mind that, looking at them, I think I'm a bit of a puss. We'll see. Now, my god, that was weird. That was really freaky. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did enjoy it, consider subscribing to my channel. We do a lot of analog horror here, and we also do backrooms content, and we also are doing horror gaming, and this is also kind of a new thing I'm doing now, just horror mysteries and different horror, reacting to them. Just trying a different vibe, I guess, the channel, just to kind of change things up. So again, if you're interested, please like the video for the algorithm, and again, consider subscribing. And just to finish the video, what would if you were to go to any of those haunted houses, you know, mansions and things, which one would you go to out of the video? Let me know in the comments. But other than that, thank you for watching. See you soon. Peace out, y'all.